Hello and well met.
That was a good time.
For episode 45, as yet unnamed, of the Westgate Irregulars campaign. This is some of the Dungeon Scrawlers squad. As you're no doubt aware, it is Thanksgiving, and a couple of us have family things to attend to, and some of us have gaming things to attend to, and so that is why we are here. I am Eric's got to be your overly tall author, DM of this campaign, recovering from surgery on Monday, so please excuse any Percocet-inspired oddity. Take it away, Erin.
Hi, I'm Erin M. Evans. I'm the author of the Brimstone Angels saga, the 6-book series set in the Forgotten Realms following Twin Tieflings. I'm also going to tell you about our sponsors. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms is a strategy game that unites iconic Dungeons & Dragons characters from novels, campaigns, and popular shows into one epic adventure, including Farida and Havilar from the Brimstone Angels saga. The game is available for PC and Mac, on Steam and web, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, iPad, iPhone, and on all Android devices. I wonder if I have to update this now that the new stuff's coming out.
Yeah, good question.
Is it on PlayStation 5? I'm not sure. I should check.
Is it on the Xbox?
I mean, does any of us have a PS5?
No.
Whatever that thing is called.
I know one person out of the like thousands of people that I know who has one, and only because she works at Sony.
Oh. Well, for more information and maybe the answer to that question, check out idlechampions.com.
Nice.
If you swore a Warlock pact to get yourself a PlayStation 5, you might be able to play it on that platform.
Yeah, if you're looking for the code, it is right down here.
Oh, that's right. There's the code. Type that into the chat. It will give you a chest code for the game. Stick around and let us know if you get anything cool and shiny.
Hi, I'm Yang Wang. I'm a writer and a filmmaker.
Hi, I'm Randy Henderson. I am a professional Sturge impersonator at children's parties and other things. So,
do you get a lot of business in that? Most people
surprisingly not. I
like,
guess
here's $20. Don't come over.
Yeah.
That seems lucrative.
Hello, little child.
Don't scare.
Oh man.
A lot of referrals.
X card. Let's move on.
Oh, what?
All right. Well, and this is our slightly diminished crew.
In every sense. Yeah.
This episode will be a little bit laid back because it's Thanksgiving. We're here with our friends and family, and we should all take as much time to relax as we can in this
and
very
avoid
anxiety-producing time.
Yes.
So I'm going to start off by explaining the absences of Sturge and Artemisia, and then we are going to cut over to the action with Tsetseliya to start off the game. So, be ready, Erin. So the first thing you need to know is that...
Go ahead.
Excellent. The first thing that you need to know is that Sturge, having gone through all of the papers and ledgers and information connecting the various Night Mask organizations and operations in the city, went, aha, and then fled the manor house in a very quick fashion. He didn't say where he was going. He didn't say what he was inspecting, but he is off on his business.
Urge, there is no I in team.
But there's an I in win.
There's an I in Sturge.
An eye on Night Mask. Into the night.
Take that, Aaron.
Artemisia, by contrast, is nowhere to be found.
The eye in Irregulars.
Imagines that she wandered to her bed and crashed after drinking all of that wine.
Does it keep her from turning into a wolf?
I guess we'll see.
I was going to say, problem solved. Maybe not a solution you want to replicate on the regular, but...
Possibly not. And if we recall, at the end of last episode, Tsetseliya and Saorisen both turned into wolves and ran off into the sunset. Not literally, because that would do a lot of fire damage, but figuratively and cinematically into the sunset. Well, this session picks up with them leaving the city. You take turns running and the other chasing you, and then you're chasing each other. And Saorisen seems to be kind of like herding Tsetseliya along, like goading her into going a particular way.
She's sober enough to notice that's happening.
Make an insight check at disadvantage.
was the first roll, but this is not gonna be but 8.
Okay, not really.
Whatever, it's a beautiful countryside apparently.
It is beautiful
And
countryside.
it's
You feel
not back there.
free of your burdens, of your concerns, of I mean, you're able to run, and it's kind of a liberating experience.
Okay.
I'm not saying that's necessarily how you feel about it.
Gotcha.
Okay. Eventually, you come to a series of hills, 7 hills to be precise, west of Westgate. You can see the sun setting in the distance. And Saorisen leads you to a cave set into one of the hills.
What's it look like?
Is
Is this like a badger hole kind of cave, or like a...
No, like a cave that's large enough for a person.
Okay.
Or a couple of people.
like stone?
Anyway, yeah, there's...
How many stongs can you fit into it?
You can fit 3 stongs in this
It's a
cave.
3-stong cave.
Although they have to be cuddling with
Spacious.
each other, because stongs are very large. There's a ring of stones for a fire. There are a couple of stumps to sit on. There's a bedroll and some like camping equipment.
Okay.
And Saorisen, when he gets into the cave, turns back into Saorisen, the elf form. And he says, here we are.
Okay. So I think Tsetseliya would change back because I don't think she's super comfortable being a wolf still.
Okay.
And look around and be like, okay, where is this?
Well,
Whose stuff is this?
this is my stuff. You brought me to your place, and so I have brought you to my place.
You just... Is this where you stay most of the time? Why
This
do
is where I
know that.
This is where I stayed before I found you in the city, and on those occasions when I was not staying in your proximity, I would stay out here.
Huh.
So the walls are rough, natural. There are roots coming down. There are ashes in the fire pit, bones scattered around. And Saorisen goes, "Oh," and just kind of brushes them aside with his foot.
You have to clean up your bachelor pad because your girlfriend came over.
Yeah.
Sleep all the takeout boxes out.
Are you hungry?
Bachelor
I could go fetch us something to eat.
I don't how long, I don't know how long it's been and how sober she's feeling right now. I have to assume that she is probably hungry, but also not at her peak.
Yeah, that seems fair.
I don't know what you're gonna bring that's gonna okay.
Do you have a
she's-
request?
She is still very full of like everything that happened when she stormed out of Dark Dance Manor. So she may just be like, whatever is easy.
All right, I shall return anon. Turns into a wolf, runs out.
Just maybe like kind of curl up in the corner and just slowly die of embarrassment. Because that did not go how I think Tsetseliya would ever have wanted that to go, because I think that she got mad enough to yell at Sebastian, but that's sort of keeping that secret as a sort of armor, right? And she kind of took off her armor and hit him with it, and it didn't do anything. It didn't make her feel better. It didn't feel like it really made a difference. Like obviously
Didn't
he
kill him.
acknowledged, didn't kill him. He acknowledged what he did, but it didn't really change how she feels. And she said all this in front of like Artemisia and Saorisen.
There is a jug. There is a jug there with some sort of liquid inside.
I don't know that she wants to drink a mystery liquor.
Whoa. I'd like to think that Stong told her that advice, being like an adopted dad. Like, yeah, Tsetseliya, don't drink the mystery liquid.
I feel like that's a lesson.
It does have a cork in it, so it's like a cork jug.
Okay. Just smell it.
Okay.
I'm like slightly worried this is like a pea jar or something gross. But he does.
Oh no!
Look.
He turns into a wolf and takes care of things. He's not one
Yeah.
of those guys.
Yeah,
who's
your
like,
boyfriend is a wolf. He doesn't need a jug.
Wow.
Right.
Okay. Actually, it smells like wine. And actually, it smells like jeweled of all kinds of wine.
What?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, he pays attention.
Close it. It's closed. I didn't open it. I don't think that counts. Because there wasn't a seal to break, right? I don't know. She's gonna eye it mistrustfully. Because on the one hand, I think Tsetseliya could like drink herself into a stupor right now. But on the other hand, like that didn't go so well before. So I don't think she's gonna she's not gonna compound her mistake. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
She might kind of go to the opening and sort of calculate like, would it be smarter to just leave now?
So no hair of the wolf that bit you.
So no, that's a good idea.
The opening does give you a view of Westgate, and you see that the sun has mostly set, and it is very dark. You can see fires and some smoke rising. You're not really sure that it should be this dark this early, but night does appear to have fallen.
I have completely lost track of time. I have definitely drunk too much.
Okay, so let's get back to the city for a second. Stong.
Mm-hmm.
When we left off with the drinking and the revelations and such, I believe Stong was wandering from room to room, hiding behind pillars that didn't quite hide him.
Yes. And then he went to Mirren's room, and
You went to Mirren's room. You saw the magic absorption process happening. Mirabelle advised you that no, it was not a good idea for Mirren to absorb her magic. And at
then
that
Sturge
point,
came in.
Sturge came in. Mirren took magic and other things from him, memories, it seems. And then he left. I think the effect of the magic absorption was what prompted Sturge to run out into the night to go and do things without further explanation. Usually Sturge is a bit more cautious and probably would have told you, like, hey, this is what I'm going to go do. But nope, not this time.
Okay. So
And Artemisia had wandered off to go join the others in the kitchen, leaving you basically alone there with Mirren and Mirabelle.
So is Mirren, are her tattoos still glowing?
Mm-hmm.
Is she?
It's fading slightly.
Okay. So I don't think she's like in any sort of like agitated state.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay. So Stong remembers that Mirren had uttered the names of like various demons, and he's going to just muse out loud, like, huh. A lot of those names that Mirren talked about sounded like ancient, powerful demon names. What do you think, Mirabelle?
Huh?
Okay. She doesn't know them. That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
it's snacks.
Probably a very good thing, given the
Yeah.
options. But she's like, oh yeah,
Yeah. Oh, they're my best friends.
Gorgon. You're like, oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
yeah, Goo.
Oh god.
So
Goo funny.
I think Stong is going to be like concerned about Mirren and Sturge and having like a relationship with these demons, but he's not really an expert in demons, so he's going to go over to Rogar's room and see if his buddy Rogar is free and available.
You hear some loud noises that suggest Rogar is not free and available.
Stong, out of courtesy, casts a silent spell outside of Rogar's door.
What a bro.
Yeah. And then he's gonna make a sending to Tsetseliya.
Okay.
And he's gonna say, Tsetseliya, I need to talk to you about Mirren's magic. She stole Sturge's memories and began uttering names of ancient demons. I need your knowledge.
All right, Tsetseliya, in your moment of kind of existential uncertainty, the sending arrives.
Okay. I think Tsetseliya goes, kind of dealing with some stuff. I'm not at the manor. I also don't know things about demons. Maybe try the library? Or somehow Caliph, maybe? Was that 25 or did I miscount? I have 5 more.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Okay.
Yeah.
I counted on one hand and I got confused.
So Stong thinks that his best friend Tsetseliya is like the smartest person he knows.
That's really sweet. Especially because Stong is smarter than her.
Yeah, but he's not that wise, so you know.
Fair.
So he's going to listen to what she says, and he's going to go. Does Westgate have like a really huge prominent library, or is there somebody who is like a demon expert in the city?
Well, there is a library attached to the university,
Oh, right.
which is closed at night, and there is Mirren's library, which is in the building you are in right now.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it seems like Mirren's library is definitely the first stop Stong is going to make. And this time he wants to specifically look for books that are related to demons and related to Mithranor.
What was that book that Caliph, was it Caliph and Tsetseliya found when they were researching in Mirren's library, trying to find information on her brand? Was that demons?
Yeah, that was specifically about the Daemon Fae.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was.
Which I think is still in Kayla's room with the purple lady, because we left all our stuff there and Ilra hasn't come and shown up and been like, guys, move out.
Yeah.
Or start paying more.
Well, okay, Stong. You head into the library, and you're like, okay, books about demons. There are thousands of books here. You're like, okay, and then the doors open, and sure enough, there is Ilra Ethelyn. And she looks up at you, and Mirabelle says, "Hey, the fox."
Stong has never been alone with Ilra before, and to be honest, she's like a little intimidating. Does she look like she's fully recovered from her trip to the night, or from her kidnapping by the Night Masks?
Unclear, but she looks very intense, and her gold eyes look like hunter's eyes as they glare at you.
Okay, Stong is going to wave at her and go, "Oh, hi, Ilra. I'm surprised to see you up and about."
Is it true
Is what true?
that you have my wife here?
Yes, we rescued her just the other night. Would you like to see her?
It was like this morning.
Oh, we rescued her like it felt like the other night, but technically this morning because time. What is time even? Stong is super smart, right?
She says, well, that's a relief. Don't go anywhere. And then she walks past you toward the master suite.
Ask if she knows where the card catalog is.
Yeah, I think as she's leaving, I would like to shout at her, "Wait, Ilra! Your wife, Mirren, started uttering the names of all of these demons, and I'm a little concerned. Do you
She
think
looks
you could,
back at you over her shoulder.
could you help me locate a a book on demons and Mythjanor?
Yes. I'm going to kiss my wife, though, first. I'll be right back.
Absolutely.
Wham! She slams the door shut behind her.
I think for a little while, and then I Stong utters like, "Oh, sorry, Rogar," and then he shifts his zone of silence to outside of Ilora and Miran's door. I think they deserve a moment of privacy, so he's going to then go back to the library and wait for Ilora, but he's going to cast True Seeing on himself in the meantime. And look around the library to see if there's any like hidden books or
like
whatever.
An invisible person standing there just spying.
I mean,
that has
happened already before in this specific library.
This very room, in fact, not
hi,
3
Lilton.
or 4 sessions ago. He's like, damn it, not again.
Yeah. I really was not looking for vampires or anything. I'm like, hopefully looking for so True Seeing. I can notice doors hidden by magic. I can see into the ethereal plane, and I can detect like invisible things. So maybe Miran's got a secret stash of books.
Well, that's a good impulse. Here are the things that you see. You see a door that appeared to be a bookcase full of books.
Whoa.
You see that a number of the books on the shelf are not real. They're just illusions of books.
Sorry.
And you see a semi-humanoid figure kind of floating in the air near the entrance to the tower.
Oh, do I recognize this figure?
It doesn't look like a person. It looks like a kind of like a elemental force shaped like a person. You make an Arcana check.
All right. Stong's Arcana is not the best, but 17.
Okay. You think that is an unseen servant.
Oh, okay.
Which you can see because of the True Seeing spell. So it's a seen unseen servant.
Is it like a librarian servant that can find you the books you need?
I think that's, oh man. See, you're the smart one, right? Yeah.
You hear Tsetseliya's voice in your head. You're like, oh, hey.
If you can make it do what you want.
What would Tsetseliya do? Okay. So Stong walks over to the unseen servant, and he's going to wave and say hi. And then he's going to ask it. Actually, I think he's first going to ask it, what is that room back there? And he's going to point at the illusionary books.
The seen unseen servant glides across the room silently and opens that door, revealing a large, spacious, and well-appointed restroom.
Oh.
Miran in her secret bathroom.
But isn't that where she hid like other magic items? Like, didn't Sturge find magic items in her
He found
bathroom?
them by her personal chambers. This is just like the main restroom of the complex, but it's hidden from the library.
Okay. I think he'll ask it, hey.
It immediately starts pouring warm water into the bathtub.
Whoa. He's gonna remember that for Tsetseliya later, because he knows that his friend Tsetseliya really likes warm baths. Well, he's gonna ask it for recommendations of books on demons.
Okay. The servant moves silently among the bookshelves, and you see books come floating out. Well, the servant picks them up off the shelf, but to anyone who couldn't see the servant, it would just seem that they were coming out on their own. And the servant stacks them neatly on the little stand table on the earth moat in the middle of the room.
Stong is going to start going through those books.
Excellent. So there's a book about The Ecology of the Demon Web Pits. There's a book called The Librum of Ineffable Darkness. There's a book called The Book of Vile Darkness.
Oh my God.
And there's a book called The Necronomicon.
Oh my God. Where is Caleb? She would love these books.
You do see that the servant goes to find another book, but like it reaches for an empty spot and then draws its hand away, having not recovered a book.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right. Well,
I think Sturge took it, but
I'm going to leave that mystery for a second. We're going to go back to Tsetseliya. We'll get to Rogar, but Rogar is going to be in the morning. So, all right, Tsetseliya. So,
yep.
How are you feeling? You on the edge of running away?
I think she wants to, but also like that would be a very torn. Like if she runs, that's now a statement. Especially because Stong is freaking out about demons. That's a new thing. That hasn't been a thing we've historically had to deal with. And I think that maybe that's kind of gotten in her head enough to be like, should I be going back?
But then at the same time, she's a little like, maybe and that agitation is probably just kind of keeping her where she is.
Well, you're in the middle of kind of being indecisive, ambivalent, perhaps.
Ambivalent seems too calm.
Okay. Agitated.
Thank you.
When a red wolf comes bounding out of the darkness with a pouch, like a big leather sack in its mouth. And he stands up into Saorisen, takes the pouch out of his mouth.
What is that?
Pasties.
Tsetseliya is definitely confused, but also kind of glad because she was a little afraid this was going to turn into a raw rabbit situation.
Oh no! I just I stopped by that vendor, that street vendor that you liked.
Went down to the store.
He ran back to Westgate. What, did you think I was going to catch rabbits or something?
Yeah, actually, kind of. I did.
I think that, if we do that, we should do it together. But, whatever, some other time.
I'm not 100% sure I can catch a rabbit.
I think you could. Would you like the cod one or the pork one?
Ooh. What would Tsetseliya like? I think cod. My gut says cod.
Okay, he hands you that one.
Just gonna kind of sit and fiddle with it a little.
Oh, he pulls out this little like wet wrapping thing. He says, "This is the sauce." Got a little melty.
Okay. I don't know why I think this is so funny, but I genuinely think this is so funny. I assume for Tsetseliya, this is like, oh yes, that place has sauce. So she's gonna take the sauce. She is, I think, watching him kind of for cues as to what he's thinking about right now. Like she is embarrassed enough that she wants to run, and any kind of signal that he has changed his opinion about her is probably enough for her to fail. Being Tsetseliya.
He goes and sits by the fire and lights the fire. Haha!
That is working for you.
Says,
I forgot he had that power.
That's amazing. I'm so glad I am learning new warlock tricks. I'm also glad you took the cod because the pork is my favorite. Oh, did you find the wine?
I did. Despite the fact that Aaron just drank some wine, just like, I don't know if that's...
Oh, that's fine, whatever.
Why do you have that?
Why do I have what?
That fire wine.
Oh, it's for you. When you come visit. Like, no. I don't know. Did you stop liking Jewel in the last hour?
I mean, a little, but
Oh, yeah.
not.
I guess that can't be helped. He opens it and drinks some of it.
Okay, well now he's opened it. It's so bad luck.
Right?
Oh, he should not be feeding her crazy superstitions, says Erin, the mom friend. But Tsetseliya is not. She's not budging on that one. She's just kind of like, okay, so she's gonna take like a good swig of it.
It's definitely jeweled. Pretty good.
Okay. Be like,
Yeah.
Like, so the thing I said, I feel like it's just sitting in your brain now, festering, you know. And so if you're gonna just be nice to me because I'm sad and tragic or something, and then, you know, be done, I would rather just get that out of the way.
The being nice to you thing, or the you being sad and tragic thing? I mean, please have a seat.
Okay, she's gonna sit down. She feels like she's getting dumped because she's definitely in a bad brain space.
You know, I didn't always serve our mutual friend.
what?
The first quest I ever went on was for my my first patron, Nandoin the Hunter.
What does this have to do with me embarrassing myself?
You see, he tasked me to go to this this town of humans that lived on the fringes, on the outskirts of our lands, and make peace with them, like establish some sort of diplomatic relationship. It was a test of my charisma, as it were, my persuasive diplomatic abilities.
Okay, that go well.
Town burned down that night.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah.
Ah!
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the opposite.
Well, you see, there was this this young woman who she had what I thought was a very reasonable gripe with the leader of the town. Like they had destroyed her particular clan, and she wanted revenge.
Did you fight him?
Well, you see, she asked me to kill the leader of the town, and when I went to speak with the leader of the town, he asked me to kill her so that she wouldn't kill him. But you see, I thought both sides had reasonable arguments, and
Did you kill both of them?
oh no, I didn't kill either of them.
I'm confused where this is going.
Oh, she attacked the town, and then the mayor, the people were in danger, and so I came to join in the fight, and I didn't kill her, and then the mayor had his guards attack me and kill her, and the town burned down. And then as I was heading back to my clan lands, Nandoin appeared to me in a dream and informed me that I had failed.
Well, you tried?
Oh. Very embarrassing. Oh.
I guess. Yeah. It doesn't seem like it's your fault, though. But I can see where you maybe don't want to tell that story.
Oh no, you're the first person I've told that story to.
Oh. Well, I appreciate the trust. Why did you tell me that story?
Well, you told me your story, and told you my story, and I trust you.
Really sweet. I hate thinking about what happened because I should have known. Really stupid.
Should have known what?
That he wasn't going to be somebody I should trust. That at the end of the day, he wasn't that brave, that he didn't care that much. It wasn't that important. And if I hadn't, a lot of things wouldn't have happened.
Well, some of that's true. He isn't that brave. Isn't that good. He's kind of a loser, actually. But one thing you said is not true. Is that you aren't that important. You are that important. And the fact that he couldn't tell that means that he is not only not brave and a loser, but also an idiot. Drink some of the wine.
He's gonna sit a little closer to him.
Ooh.
You see, I know an idiot when I see one.
You're possibly the sweetest person I know.
Maybe you need to meet more people, but I'm glad. I'm glad that's true. I am.
To be fair, she might be like slightly biased.
I'm certainly not the smartest person that you know. I did burn down an entire town because I couldn't make a decision. So
towns are flammable.
They are, right? Why do people build towns? They're just so flammable. Get the sense that Saorisen is now a little tipsy as well. I did have him making constitution saves when he was drinking the wine.
I did hear you roll and chuckle.
I think
you smell really good, by the way. And I'm not saying that because, you know, I'm a wolf. Did you take a... You did take that bath. That's right. I poured that bath for you.
It was like you were there. I think she feels significantly better.
It's good.
And she'll drink a little more Jewel.
It's bad luck, right?
Yes, it is very bad luck.
It's a good thing this is a totally safe refuge.
Part of me hears the DM saying that and goes, oh no.
Well, it's
but I think she does feel very safe right now, so.
Wait. You can do like a cool illusion thing, right?
What? Yeah.
Like, so if you want to like hide us and be extra safe, you could do that, right? So she says.
Who wants her to cast beaming on them? So they look like what? Like dwarves?
Ooh, dwarves.
I'm not into this.
Could you do it like just over the entrance to the cave, maybe?
Unfortunately, it only works on people.
Magic is so
something come
tricky.
In here?
Well, us and this bear that I cuddle with every so often. I think she moved on to hibernate somewhere else, though. I was making too much noise. Anyway.
That makes sense. This is
Tsetseliya, you start getting like a little inkling of ascending in the back of your head from Stong.
Okay, let's go. Hold on just a second.
And you suddenly hear Tsetseliya, 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 Tsetseliya. I've found some evil books in Mirren's library. Help me. Also, warm bath in bathroom.
Seal the deal.
Did
like-
did you just receive a sending?
I
Sorry for
did.
next.
I did. Hang on. Damn it. Stong, I'm busy and also a little drunk now. Don't open the books, maybe? Definitely. Last time it went bad. Was that 1, 2, 3, 4? Don't wait up. I think I did enough. And then just like in the middle of that, it cuts off.
Nice.
Is he going to open those books?
Maybe.
Your reply, like he gets it as he's like opening a book. He's like, oops.
Thinking like Caliph and the Ghoul book.
Sarshin kind of giggles a little bit in the way that, you know, a very muscular drunk guy does. He's You're so responsible.
It's probably the first time anybody's ever said that.
No, it's serious. You keep everyone together. They'd all fall apart if it weren't for you.
It's mostly because I yell a lot.
Yeah, it is. But, you know, that's okay too. That's how you get your point across, right? Like I said, I know an idiot when I see one. And some of those folk are...
Be nice. Be nice.
Okay.
Be nice.
Okay. They're very good people, but they're not you, shall we say.
I think you're biased.
I am biased. Hey, he made a save.
That's probably good. So we'll knock you out. Should we fade this out?
Yeah. It's time. It is midnight. It is beyond midnight. It's the witching hour. And here you are with an evil book in front of you.
Yeah, he's definitely opened one, you know, before Tsetseliya could send him that reply back. So you said, so could you repeat the books again? Sorry. The Book of Vile Darkness, the Necronomicon.
The Book of Ineffable Damnation.
Okay.
And the Ecology of the Demonwood Pits.
Ecology of the Demonwood Pits. Which is honestly the least horrible of those books.
Yeah, but I think he would think that the ineffable book is like the one that would give him the most info on demons. He was just guessed from that title. So as Tsetseliya is like, don't open the books, he's like cracking the cover open.
Cool. Make a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh, okay.
You'd think that would be the bard's strength, wouldn't you?
Oh, danger.
What does an 8 give me?
Demons in your brain.
Oh no!
Can't see.
Sorry.
Look at
Eric's-
in your brain.
Look at Eric's smile.
It looks like it's
Look at Eric's smile.
Okay. Darkness, dark lightning starts crackling out of the book, surrounding your hands,
Told you don't open the book.
sweeping up your arms.
Does it hurt?
It does at first.
Oh man. Stong has a moment of regret. Well, I think actually for a moment he would admire the book and he'd be like, "Whoa, this is cool." And then he would have like huge regret when the pain sets in. And then he would remember that he has not actually like finished a long rest since the last session.
No.
You take 8 lightning damage.
8? Oh, okay. All right.
So that's a bad.
Okay.
You're going to have to go wake Rogar up to heal you, and he is busy.
I haven't had a long rest, I can assure you that. So
The book.
This may be good.
The book.
Oh my
The
god.
book is about devils, in fact.
Ah.
And it it contains suggestions for warfare and for refining and increasing one's strength.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Stong, so Stong will like flip the pages and like, read them to Mirabelle where you can, and then like, point at them. And then in the section about gaining more strength, he's going to pause and he's going to stay on that section and read it.
Okay. Shall I assume that the ability score you wish increased is your strength?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Your strength increases by 2 to a maximum of 24. So if your
Sweet.
maximum is
What?
already met, it increases to 24 as your max. So I think that gives you what? Strength 22?
22.
What?
Yeah.
Another
it's so
ability
easy.
score of your choice decreases by 2.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Let's go with
Ooh.
charisma. Let's just all in.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Let's
Think
just do
it.
it all in.
Or
Yeah.
Okay.
would you like
That's
to
why-
2? What is it? What is your charisma?
It's
It's at
fine. I'm your
6
hype
now.
woman. It'll be
Let's go.
fine.
Awesome. Yes, to a minimum of 3. So
Minimum of 3? Okay.
can't be lower than 3.
Okay. So I'm down to a 6. I got 3 more to go.
Cool.
Just gonna try to make that bargain again if you can.
Okay, you are
Let's go
now
for it.
attuned to the
Tuned. Nice.
Librum of Ineffable Damnation.
Awesome.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
adore that our bard has like charisma of 6 now.
Yeah, we'll see
Yeah.
if
That's
that's a good bargain.
amazing.
We'll see if that's a good bargain.
And you spend the rest of the night reading the book. And Mirabelle is trying to speak with you, but her voice becomes quieter and quieter as your
Oh.
focus falls more and more into the book.
Does Mirabelle sleep?
Yeah.
I mean,
You should put that baby to bed.
Stong usually falls asleep first. He just kind of assumes she sleeps because when he wakes up, she like wakes up.
Mirabelle eventually goes to sleep.
She's going to be overtired and she's going to wake up really early and it's going to suck. I'm just telling you.
She clearly has unpleasant dreams.
Mm.
You have unpleasant dreams, but they're not that unpleasant for you. All right. Randy. The morning dawns. Well, it should anyway. It's just kind of gray and dark outside,
Aye.
as though it's an overcast day. But you hear bells ringing, and
Winter
they
in
wake
the
you up.
Pacific Northwest.
Right. And you look around, and Ruin is there. Usually, he'd be up making you breakfast or something, but he's there instead,
Okay.
kind of cuddled up next to you.
Oh, that's nice. I trace my finger down the back of his neck and along his spine, and I'm like, oh, that's nice having you here. And I say,
He turns over and looks at you. Did you sleep well?
sleep? No, but I rested a bit. It was nice. I had a lot going through my head. Aye, a lot of scary things, but a lot of really great things too. So,
You're right. There was a lot. He picks up Happy Earthquakes, which is, flying open on top of you.
I
You only got through like half that section.
it's never as easy as it looks in the diagram, and
Right.
there's a lot more like elbows on beards, and it's just. But I think I'm very happy to be exploring it with you, and maybe we should just go spend the day together. Like, let's go into the town and just spend the day together. What do you think?
Absolutely. That sounds wonderful.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
would you like a berry?
It's like Ruan's go-to move.
I'll have one of your berries, thank
They
you.
are good berries.
Very good berries.
He says, technically you only need to eat one for all of your sustenance for an entire day, but I won't tell anybody.
I think it worked up an appetite. Let's have a couple more for it. Okay.
There you
There we
go.
go.
So you eat like 9 of them, and Rowan eats 1, and then you go about
Okay.
your day.
All right.
All right.
So-
In the main room, the library, you find Stong sitting on the earth moat,
Okay.
reading a book.
All right.
Mirabelle is kind of like snoozing against his chest in her little yarn.
Right.
As Stong
Straighten my
reads,
tabard and sorry. I was
it's
just
okay.
gonna.
oh, go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say, hey, Stone. How goes it?
As Stong's eyes like scan the words and he like flips pages, after he flips each page, he like flexes his bicep and like tests it, and then he like
You
flips
like
another
these
page and
little
reads it.
black veins creeping across your bicep.
Mm,
Stong
You're not
looks,
supposed to do that.
Also, there are these red veins creeping through his eyes because he's been awake for like 24 hours.
Stong says, "Hey Rogar, I found the most riveting book last night."
Oh, so did I. What's yours about?
Mine's
There is a
about
section about rivets. It's true.
mine's about strengthening and rivets and demons,
Demons.
devils.
Very mad if you
I hope you're being careful in reading that. There is. You're not like reading any kind of summoning spells or anything like that, are you?
Only summoning strength. Check this out. And then he like flexes his bicep, and then he's gonna try to pick up Rogar with one hand.
What?
Oh,
Rogar is
Rogar-
very physically dense, isn't he?
I am.
Are you wearing all your armor?
You know,
You wear an
That's a
armor,
good
wear armor
question.
on a date.
probably
When do
probably
you-
not.
Take off your
Well,
armor
on the
when you
other
put it back
hand-
on.
When do you not wear your armor?
Yeah.
It's true. I probably would. Westgate has proven to be not the safest place for us. So
It is a good point.
I'll pretty much just I'll probably be wearing my armor. Roomba nicely cleaned it for me, so I'm quite happy it's shiny. And I'm wearing my armor, so I'm pretty heavy. I don't know how much I weigh actually, but a lot. And also never fond of being picked up, but I tolerate it for my friend Stong. So
All right. Make a athletics check, Stong.
That's gonna be a
You're
17 plus a 14, which is a
Jesus.
31.
What's up? 14?
I took expertise as a bard in athletics. Yep.
Yeah. His strength
Wow.
modifier is
That is
6.
impressive.
So
Yep.
yeah, that's one of the highest skill mods that you can get at this level. All right.
Do you mind putting me back down there?
I feel like you should do this in front of his boyfriend.
So
Ruin's like, ha ha ha.
That's quite impressive there, Stong. Why are your veins all black looking though?
he says, "Oh."
Staring at your arms.
So I think Stong, first of all, like notices Rogar's discomfort, but something, and normally he would, put him down immediately and be very apologetic, but something now inside of him finds it amusing.
Oh.
And when Rogar asks Stong that question, Stong says, "Well, it's just a new workout regimen from this book. I find it's very effective."
Dwarf lifting is a new workout regimen. Oh, okay. Well,
I've heard that you can wrestle alligators, Ruan says. Would you like to wrestle an alligator later?
Oh, absolutely. But I was also going to say, Ruan, you get many benefits from dwarf lifting also, don't you?
I do indeed.
Rogar blushes furiously, and then
Rogar takes 1 fire damage. No, I'm just-
really, Stong, if you don't mind, I'd really like to be put down now.
Oh, okay. And so like Stong will put Rogar down, and
Thank you.
like he's gonna pause for a moment after he puts them down, and he's going to think like, why did I think that was amusing at all? But you know, it passes.
Are you okay? So I don't know. Let me ask the omniscient narrator god. Did I was I in enough of a meditative state and restful last night that I got a rest, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Stong.
Slipped in.
I think we've gone over this on the stream, actually, how long you can spend doing other things and still get the benefit of the rest. So,
Right. Oh, right. It's like, that's the 59 minutes, right? As long as you do it. I saw the comment and I was like, I cannot remember what that was, but that's right. It was to do with long rests.
it's a throwback to like
59 minutes.
episode
stop.
8 or something.
Yeah, rest 1 minute within the rules, and then 59 more minutes. Right. Okay. So, but I Stone. If you would like me to cast, say, a restoration spell on you or anything, you're looking at a little not yourself, maybe.
Maybe you need sleep, Ruan suggests.
Yeah,
your eyes are a bit red.
I just need to rest for a little bit. I've just been reading for too long, and I normally don't read this much. So
Mirabelle looks up at Stong kind of concernedly.
Yeah, Daddy will go and get some rest, Mirabelle.
Daddy rest.
So he's gonna take the rest of the books, and he's gonna say, I should maybe read these later. And then,
Daddy bedtime story.
Yeah. And then he is going to go to his chamber and then take a rest.
Okay.
Rogar is going to look quickly around for Sturge to see if Sturge is
No sign
around.
of Sturge.
Oh, no. Okay. Because, taking magical things into your bedroom seems like the Sturge thing, so I just want to check with him.
Classic Sturge.
Classic Sturge, so see if maybe he had any thoughts on, like, any dangers that the books might pose. But, okay. I tried to do a message to Tsetseliya and then remember I can't. So,
Technically, you don't know that she left.
That's
but
true.
It might not
That's
be
true.
the best use of your time to go circle.
I go, is that wee lad Sebastian around still?
Ruan says, we don't need to see Sebastian. Puts his arm through your arm. He says, let's go get something to eat. And we need to get you a new shield.
That's true. Actually, I have lots of ideas of what we can do today. Let's go.
Fantastic.
And so,
as long as you're going to let me get you a new shield.
Of course.
Fantastic.
And so I'm sort of picturing, like, cue the music and romantic comedy montage of us going around the town, and I'm introducing him to all kinds of different ales around, and he keeps like stopping and being drawn into like all the fancy clothes shops. I didn't know he was such a clothes horse. I didn't know this about him, but whatever. And then like he tries to like update my wardrobe, so great montage of me coming out of the dressing room in different outfits, being wacky. And then we go to the docks and we have some fish and chips, and he gets some tartar sauce on his nose, and he puts them on my nose. It's all so adorable. And then
one of you stuffs a piece of fish in the other's mouth, and they go, "Wah!"
Yep. So yeah, just kind of one of those
cute
sort of
hijinks.
days. Exactly.
Excellent. At some point, Ruan leads you to the shop of a smith. Specifically, it's called the Silver Coronal. And there's an elf smith who is working, and he's pounding out a large round piece of steel, which is maybe going to become a shield. And he looks tired out and a little frustrated. And then he looks over at you and he says, "Oh, hello. So refreshing to see a fellow elf. And he looks at Rogar and he says, hello.
Hi. How are you?
Ruin says, this is Etherast. He's the smith I was thinking could forge you a new shield.
Oh, hello, Etherast.
A name seems vaguely familiar to you.
Quite familiar. Okay.
You want to make an insight check or an
Sure.
intelligence check? I mean, insight's probably better.
These are my good things too, so that's good. Insight. That's like plus 8. So okay. So yeah, 18. Thankfully,
Okay.
8 plus 8.
You realize that Etherast, the unlucky, as it were, is the name of the smith that Sturge got Mr. Whippy from.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
Oh,
He's looking at you like you look familiar. He doesn't seem to recognize you, though.
have that stupid sword.
Okay. I know. Wait. You made a little Mr. Whippy for my friend Crab and Glear. I think you'd probably know him as. He loves that thing. He loves it dearly.
Oh,
And you know what?
so good of you to bring that up. Ruan says, "Oh, isn't it good? I brought him here so that you could measure the shield."
You know, he actually stabbed Mr. Whippy, I think it was, through a stone like axe or something like that, and actually
a flying stone sword, a giant flying stone sword,
a giant flying stone sword, and Mr. Whippy like broke it. Like, that is quite impressive work, sir. I mean, worthy of a dwarf even.
Etheras looks at you down his nose and he says, "And
Oh.
elven craftsmanship is obviously superior."
Aye, superior to most human and gnomish. And
Ruin goes,
average,
"How about fitting that shield?"
No.
Etheras kind of swells up and he's like, superior to human and gnome smithing and
dark elves and dark gnomes and
tieflings.
tieflings, dragonborn probably, bugbears
I'll
definitely.
save you before you get to Kenku.
Okay.
Are you saying that dwarven smithing is superior to my art?
Well, you know, I think that
Ruin says he definitely did not say that.
on a
Etheras
general
looks at him and says, "Quiet."
Ruan, are you not going to stand up for your man?
you know, on a general principle, I would say, I mean, obviously on an individual level, I'm sure that your craftsmanship is far superior to, say, many a dwarven apprentice.
Ruin says, "Honey, I think we can get you a different shield somewhere else." Etheras says, No, this is important.
Aye, so, you know, I'm sure your craftsmanship, you're clearly a master of your craft, and therefore, obviously, you would rank very highly in, say, like, the dwarven, like, as a dwarven journeyman blacksmith, for example.
So you think you could do better, is that it?
Oh, no, I'm not a blacksmith. I mean, I
but
dabble.
You're a dwarf. Aren't dwarves better craftsmen?
Well, I'm better at crafting people's hearts. But I am not, you know, we each have our strengths. I'm sure, you know, you would not be the best, say, shipwright, I point towards the docks, or maybe not as great a baker as some, but clearly you are very skilled in your blacksmithing, and I respect that. I respect the time and the effort and the dedication that it took to acquire your skill.
Well, what is your skill exactly? Dwarf?
You know,
you said forging hearts, was it?
Aye. I've been kind of up half the night thinking about that, and
Ruin says, "Yeah, you were."
Aye.
Etheras looks at him like, "What?"
You know, it's counseling people in the ways of love and life, leaving a full and wonderful life. Although I have recently come to, question some of the things that I have been taught. So I would say I have been humbled somewhat in my own craft, and
but you are skilled at this craft.
You hear a little voice in your say, "You should convert him."
Hi.
You are skilled at this craft, yes.
I would say so. In fact, I was
forging relationships, love, connections, marriages, shall we say?
That is, I'm feeling that I need to rededicate myself to that very thing. I have been somewhat distracted of late, night masks and all kinds of craziness. But I think it's hard to bring night masks together when you're. So I think
that's how we defeat them. Rogar goes down and says, "I will officiate all of your marriages."
That's right.
Preferably to each other, but
draining blood from people and worshiping Shar.
Yeah, isn't love better than blood?
So you provide free marriage counseling.
So
I shall craft you an excellent shield, but in return, you shall do me a task. A favor, quest, if you will. Prove yourself an excellent craftsman.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
You see, I have a daughter.
Oh. She's a
very willful child. Well, you can only get these muscles by working on the forge all day. But that's not what I mean. I don't need you to marry my daughter or anything. You seem to be well in hand there. And Ruin goes, just leave that one alone. Ethera says, what I want you to do is I want you to seal a marriage pact between my daughter and a noble of the city. I have been slaving away for decades in poverty here in this atrocious human city, and I would hate for my daughter to suffer such a fate. And so I shall find her a wealthy mate and see to their union.
That she loves, of course. Someone wealthy that she loves.
Sure.
Oh,
wow. Great. This sounds like a
preferably someone she will outlive and thus inherit his wealth. Or her wealth. Or their wealth. It doesn't really matter. Wealth is what's important. Wealth over gender.
Sharinlar works in wonderful ways. Here I was. Who? My goddess, Sharinlar, she is the best. The goddess of life and love. Let me tell you all about her. Sharinlar is like that feeling you get when you wake up and you step outside and you think it's going to be a cold, blustery day, and the sun shines down all warm upon you, and the birds start singing, and you're like, oh, the world is a wonderful place. And I just go on and on.
Ethera says, yeah, I've never had that feeling.
Well, if you, I would be happy to, speak to you more about Sharinlar and to help you find your way into her light and her love, that you might explore such feelings.
Do me this task first.
Of course.
And then we'll talk.
Excellent. This is perfect. But yes, Sharinlar has answered. I was struggling this morning and wishing to rededicate myself to her cause, and you've given me the perfect quest. I thank you, sir.
You're welcome. One other question before you leave.
Oh, aye.
You did want the heart-shaped shield, right? Ruin says, yes, heart-shaped shield.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes, that would be quite wonderful, like a kite shield, but yes, that would be great.
That's not the most efficient shape, but, I can make do.
If you could affix this holy symbol to the center, that would be great. Thank you.
Your goddess of love's holy symbol is a needle on fire.
It's a whole thing. Which Randy can't think of right now, so make up in the moment. But I will come up with something.
He seems like he might be kind of pleased by that, actually.
Oh, excellent.
This resembles a blade shortly after you have quenched it. But when you quenched it and it was a little bit too hot, and so you get a fireball.
Oh, aye.
Would
I
you
can
like to
see
see that?
Sure, aye, let's see that.
Ruin goes, ha ha! And then you spend a little
I grab
longer
Ruin.
at the
Yeah.
forge.
It's like a show. It's a free show.
Yeah, he moves on to work on a sword. He beats it and heats it, and the metal is red, burning hot. And then he quenches it in this barrel of oil, and there's this huge fireball that comes out of it.
Ooh.
This is usually
very
that's
nice.
a bad sign. I
Oh.
probably ruined that sword, but it was a cool effect.
But he made his
It
point.
was. Yeah, it looked cool. That's for sure. Okay. Well, so just give me the details on your doctor. Her likes or dislikes, and I should probably meet her actually and talk to her to kind of find out what it is that she's drawn to, what she hopes for, what her goals in life are that her partner may, help nurture on. And
You'll probably
support.
find her at the Purple Lady, mooning over that dancing woman that she is utterly in love with.
Oh.
I'm sure that shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, I better get back to work.
No.
oh no,
Oh no.
oh no.
Oh.
So, on that note, I think it's time to take our break. So
Yes.
we'll be out for a few minutes. Shall we say 10 minutes?
Sure.
Uh-huh. evil DM.
Oh, you're real happy about that
Moral
quest, weren't you?
conundrums. I am
I should have
Oh,
known
boy.
there was. Yeah.
All right.
Percocet Eric is devious in many ways.
Right? Percocet.
All right. 10 minutes, and we'll see you back then. Matt, we're back from our break. We were talking about pseudo-dwarven rumspringers, and apparently there was a poll in the chat whether Rogar should go through with his quest.
I think it's still
And-
going on.
It's still
That
going
poll
on.
is still going on. All right.
Oh.
I see the suggestion you should find a way to make the dancer into a noble.
Wow.
Pull an Aladdin move, maybe.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see what
Anybody can
happens.
buy nobility in Waterdeep. Just sidetrack.
Anybody.
I think you mean Westgate, and I think you mean
Might
influence,
also.
not
I don't-
really nobility.
I don't know that much about Westgate.
It's true.
I just let you do it because
Yeah, that's fair.
you know way more.
Westgard is an
only gonna look
oligarchy.
stupid.
They don't really have nobles exactly. They just have very powerful mercantile emperors and stuff,
See,
like kings of industry, that kind of
we'll
thing.
just go find her a treasure or something.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll totally work. So,
He says.
now that we're back,
Right. We're back.
we are going to a cave amongst the hills west of the city, to where Tsetseliya is waking up.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. You wake up. How do you feel? Comforted? Relaxed?
Yeah. I think that she's probably in one of those like wake ups where you're like, I don't want to wake up. I am comfy and I don't want to get up.
That seems
I assume she
reasonable.
had a good time. Maybe slight headache because Rashemi Firewine is a thing. But
So when you wake up, you're cuddled up in the blankets by
Yeah.
yourself.
Ooh.
hey,
You see that there is meat and vegetables roasting in a pot over the little fire pit,
okay. I'm alone.
like a simmer stew. You don't see Saorisen anywhere.
Well, I think that means I can eat the stew and I don't have to worry about it.
I think that's what that means.
Okay. Just gonna serve herself, I guess.
All right. You start chowing down on some of that stew.
Get dressed enough
And-
that you don't have to worry.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's good and filling and very fresh. You see there are a few more skeletons of like small animals.
Hard did she sleep? I guess Sarshan doesn't technically have to sleep, so fair.
Trances for 4 hours and then goes out hunting. Yeah.
Sleeps recreationally.
You see a shadow move past the entrance to the cave, and you think that Sarshan is outside.
Okay. Let's take. I assume I'm eating the stew out of something, and I'm not just because I would not put it past Tsetseliya to just eat over the pot.
He has these wooden bowls.
Okay.
You might have been eating it
like
just over the pot, and now you're
cave.
like, here's the bowl. Well, they're like chipped, and they don't match, but he does have two bowls.
I mean,
He used to
Tsetseliya
just have one bowl, but then he got a girlfriend, and now he has two bowls.
But Tsetseliya's like, cool bowls. They don't have cracks in them. They work.
Oh, one of them has a chip in it, but
a chip is not a crack. Let's be clear here.
That's true. Fair enough.
A chip is just a cosmetic issue.
Okay.
Don't drink the bowl. Don't drink from the bowl on that pipe. He has spoons too, right?
Yes.
No.
One spoon.
Yes. One spoon. I think that's pretty together, all things considered.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he is a wolf,
Right.
so.
Wow, you went from thinking that he peed in jugs to like, oh, one spoon. Yeah, he's got his shit together.
In my defense, I have been listening to Tina Fey's autobiography where she discusses the fact that she discovered when she started working at Saturday Night Live that a lot of the male writers would pee in cups and leave them in the office because they were too busy to stop and go pee. And this was this disgusting revelation. And so my first thought is like, this is not going to be a pee jar like in that book, right? So that was my influence more than anything, to be fair. Because ew, I'm very glad that all of you made that face. I went, ew, like what?
Sarshan's not a writer, he'll be treated much better.
No, he definitely could. I mean, I don't know. He's never seen a computer, so he could definitely walk away from a computer.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, if you're a wolf, I don't think you care that much. Just not where you're sleeping. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're done talking about Sergeant P.
Are we?
For now. Okay, so Tsetseliya will take her breakfast stew and stick her head out and make sure that is Sarshan. And okay, good.
It is
like,
Sarshan.
I'm like, because also like constant vigilance.
He's sitting out there. He doesn't have his cloak on. He just has the pants. And he's looking at something on the next up at the top of the nearby hill.
Okay.
You see that it is still very dark. Like it seems like maybe the dark like an hour before dawn.
Mm-hmm.
But you are pretty sure you slept for a long time, so it should be light. It's just not.
To be fair, this is, I think, Tsetseliya's first actual winter in Westgate, so I don't know that she knows this is weird.
Sure.
Or if I assume it's weird because you keep mentioning it. But
Sarshan says, you're awake.
What are you doing?
He points, and you see there are a group of people gathered atop this hill, doing some sort of ritual.
Is it funny? Look, are they doing something dumb?
No. It's well, it's a human ritual, and I find those fascinating.
What are they doing? Can I see?
Yeah, you can. So they're a little ways away. Go ahead and make a perception check to determine how much detail you pick up.
3.
Okay.
Light headache. Good boy.
And maybe a little bit distracted by Sarshan. Yeah. Okay.
Not that she's going to admit that.
Sure.
But
yeah, he like leans in close to you so that he can whisper to you. And he's like, yes, those are worshippers of some god called Sylvanus, something like that. And they're praying for the sun. Like the sun's not going to rise unless they pray for it.
Look up at this guy and go, are you sure they're not onto something?
That's just it. I'm not. They might be absolutely correct. They're not here every day either. It's just every few days. Although it's been more frequent recently with the dark lasting so long.
Is that not normal?
Well, I don't know. I've only been to the city for the one season.
I don't mean either. I don't know what's supposed to be happening. It doesn't seem normal.
The sun does normally rise, right?
I mean, it should. I feel like I'm from further north than here. You're from further north than here. It gets darker more. I feel like they should have it sorted out.
We both spent time in the endless winter. It seems like
Wait, now that's
I don't know.
dark.
Time seems fluid. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like what is time anyway?
Oh, this makes my head hurt worse.
Oh, I don't want to make your head hurt. He wraps his arm around you.
So I'm just gonna eat her stew. Be like, does it get interesting? Or is it all this chanting? And they're burying things, it looks like.
It gets really interesting when the calf gets involved.
The what?
They're leading this white furred calf up to the top of the hill.
Is this actually Sylvanas, or is this some kind of like weird fake?
Like a religion check.
This is not gonna go well. 10.
Wow, you are your own prophet.
It does seem a little weird.
Little strange, little odd. I'm trying to remember. I'm actually trying to look real quick because I can't remember which gods are specifically worshipped in Rashomon, because it's not like all of them, and they all got weird names because there's nothing simple in the realms. But I don't know that that Sylvanas is popular.
You see how their robes are dark green?
Mm-hmm.
There's a purpose to that dark green.
Oh,
Yes, it doesn't show up blood very much.
this doesn't seem like what I think I know about Sylvanas. Are you sure?
The calf goes, and then
Whoa.
blood spurts all over the cultists.
I don't.
And Sarshan goes, ooh.
Okay, what are they? I don't.
And then
think
they start
that this is what
dancing.
you think it is. Okay, that's some moves.
Like dancing around the altar.
Yeah. I'm assuming
Sarshan
they're
goes,
moves.
fascinating, isn't it?
Do they do this? They do this a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like something
Sometimes-
hinky is going on, and I don't know what to do to see if it's hinky.
Sometimes there'll be like this little dark cloud that starts appearing above the altar.
Okay. I have to know enough to know that Sylvanas is not a dark cloud kind of god. And turns out
Right.
that they specifically worship Shantea, Mieliki, and Mistra, so this is other people's gods, kind of. But I mean,
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. So, in the depths of your hungover cute boy fog,
mhm.
you remember Ruan telling you something.
Okay.
Ruan, as you recall, worships Sylvanas, or at least an aspect of Sylvanas. And he has told you about rituals and practices and invoking the sun and calling for the change of season and those kind of things. And this doesn't match
involve a calf.
any of that.
Yeah, I don't think those are. I don't think that's what's going on there. Should we go look? Should we go look closer?
Certainly.
Honestly, kind of want to go back to bed, but also I don't like the idea that there's murder gods happening on the next hill.
Oh, you think there might be murder gods?
I don't know. Did you not
Wow.
see my confused face when I tried to remember religion facts?
I'm just picturing you like you stumbling out of the cave in the morning with the coffee and the pajamas, and you see dark ritual on the hillside. Yeah, nope, going back to
Go
bed.
back to bed. Come on, let's go.
I did see your confused face, and your confused face does look very cute. So I was a little bit distracted.
Just gonna- That's
Oh,
it.
there it is again.
That's not the point. That's not the point. You need to pay
Oh,
attention.
right, murder. He pulls out his sword. You see, usually when you interact with Sarshan, he's either like his hair which is really long, is like flowing down his back, or he's wearing his cloak. But since you saw his bare back when you came out of the cave, he has this big, like, intricate silver tattoo across his back.
Please don't let it be ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous.
Okay.
It's just kind of like a
No regrets.
no regrets.
His own face going like, eh.
Hey.
This
No,
will be something I'm gonna judge so hard.
no, it's like this. It's like this kind of intricate lattice
Oh,
tattoo.
what is that?
Oh, protective mark.
From what?
You didn't think I was just really good at dodging blows, did you?
I mean, I kind of did.
Oh, well, thanks. That's really nice of you. No, I picked this up from some artificers one time.
Do I know what an artificer is?
Make an Arcana check.
I mean, obviously Aaron does, but
I'm not rolling great tonight. That's a 10.
You've heard of the concept. It's a branch of magic that's very specifically into creating items and infusing them with magic. It's kind of similar to what your dad used to do.
yeah.
A little bit.
From Yanni-ish.
Yeah, but maybe a little more theory-based, a little more science-y.
Let's
right?
woo.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad it protects you.
It's also why I don't wear any armor.
That makes sense.
I noticed your armor is very, very excellent armor.
Yeah, Artemisia picked it out.
Really, Artemisia picked it out.
I mean, it was. I don't know. I don't want to.
Artemisia picked out something practical.
I don't know. I think she picked it out because it. I don't know. Because she thought I needed it.
Well, she does love you in her own difficult way. I think.
I think.
Yeah.
Tsetseliya's sort of feeling a little muddled about the way things went the night before with Artemisia. But she doesn't want to talk about it.
He
Right.
puts his hand on Tsetseliya's shoulder and he says, "We don't have to talk about it. Because you know what? Murder."
Murder gods.
Right? Haha! And he starts
This is.
just pounding up the hill.
Wait, but maybe not like frontal assault. There's only 2 of us.
I like frontal assaults.
But
Okay.
both of us don't have this magic tattoo business.
The cultists
think
become
about it.
very aware of you very quickly.
Oh, for crying out loud.
So, Stong, back at the manor. You have been researching the book for a while, and it has unlocked certain secrets in your mind.
Do you wish to elaborate on what sort of secrets, or okay?
Dark secrets.
Yeah,
You know a great deal about the structure of the 9 hells.
you know, with this newfound knowledge, Stong feels amazing. He feels like he can see like a lot of opportunities that he had never seen before. He's like, oh, if only I can get my friends to do this or that, I can make so much more money as a bard. Huh. Interesting. So while Stong is studying the book, what is Mirabelle doing?
I think Mirabelle is crawling around on the floor, playing with her toys. Occasionally she'll look up at Stong concernedly.
So Stong looks at Mirabelle, and he has these like realizations about her as well that he has never really thought about before. And so he's going to lay down on his belly on the floor across from her, and he's going to put his hands under his face, and he's going to look at her and smile and he's going to say, Mirabelle.
She lies down, goes like this. Eh?
I think it's about time that I personally took a hand in your training. What do you think about that?
Daddy serious?
Oh. So like, Stong wonders. But all these thoughts are very new, and he finds that he can't help but explore them. So he says, yes, I'm very serious.
Okay.
I think we've seen enough to know that you are quite powerful.
Uh-huh.
Now the real question is, what use is that power?
Uh-huh.
Do you love Daddy?
Uh-huh.
Would you do anything?
Yeah.
Good. I want you
Yeah.
to remember this in the future.
Yeah.
Don't like this.
I love it when you get to play as wild and free as you want to be. And I know I've been unfair to you in the past and constrained you when I shouldn't have.
Daddy want burn? Burn things?
Only when Daddy tells you to burn.
Okay.
things. Good, Mirabelle. And so Stong
This
is
is
going
deeply
to
upsetting.
Stong is going to reach over and pick her up, and then give her an appropriately measured amount of affection. And then he's going to place her down as she's like about to get comfortable, and then he says, "We'll have our. I'll give you more if you make Daddy happy."
Okay.
Oh, I want to come back to the tower and smack Stong.
You know, I sent you a
No.
sending.
Evil Stong. No.
I told you not to open the book.
So, yeah, Stong is going to hide the books in the room. And then he is
You
going...
put them back on the bookshelves, or do you keep them yourself?
I keep the one that I read that made me stronger. And
Okay.
then the others, I think I would hide them. Like, I don't know. What do I have? Oh! Stong goes down to the kitchens, and he will hide them in the barrel.
The barrel return.
The barrel is waiting for you expectantly. It seems to be pleased by your return.
Stong walks up to the barrel and he puts a hand on it and he says, I told you I'd be back for you. I knew you'd be useful yet. And then he lifts the lid and puts the books in, and then he's going to put some like eels and doppelganger cheese over a layer of burlap over the books to try to like hide it like it's food.
The barrel seems fulfilled and yet uneasy.
Stong says, don't let anybody know that you have these. You wouldn't want to displease me, would you?
The barrel seems extra uneasy.
Don't look at me like that.
At
I know what
that-
I'm doing.
Do you?
Oh, he doesn't.
At that point, the doors open and you hear Rogar and Ruin coming back.
Oh,
They're speaking quite happily to each other.
Stong's gonna eavesdrop.
okay. And first, so we'll find out. Let's see. There's a whole section in Happy Earthquakes. So I'm going to go grab that and like on questions on what what she likes, what she doesn't like, what what her goals are, what does she is she a morning person or a night person? Very important. Very important.
Sounds like a night person if she's into dancing at the Purple Lady. I'd suggest, hopefully.
Does she want children? How many children does she want? All these kind of things. Well, it's going to be. I haven't got to do this in so long. I'm so excited.
Pleased to see you so excited. You know what? I do particularly agree with one of your suggestions.
Which is what?
We should go look this up in Happy Earthquake.
Oh, that could be dangerous. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
And so we're tromping towards the bedroom there, Stong. If you wanted to, if there was anything you wanted to do, that's the time to do it.
Slip out behind a pillar that doesn't really hide you.
No, okay.
Make a perception check to see if you can tell evil Stong is there.
I know.
In fact, I'm gonna like extra emo my hair and just like hide like my other side completely.
Oh my god!
No.
What would I do to like? I'm kind of besotted right now. It's new love.
Yep.
First love.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would still be worried about Stong, but maybe.
What? You don't know anything's wrong.
Yeah, I don't. It's true.
I mean, you did kind of get a weird vibe.
Yeah, you were being really weird when we left. And
I think it's reasonable that it's in the back of your head.
Yeah.
But you are distracted.
But what would I roll? So like, see if I break through the fog of happy love, I guess. What would be perception?
Insight check.
Insight? Okay. 27. So
you do recall that something was going on with Stong. He seemed real tired and like real busy.
He had black veins in his biceps.
What would maybe Stong needs a little bit of healing? Maybe he caught something down in that night mask layer or something, or he got all that Hydra goo on him and stuff. It might have, I don't know, maybe infected. There's something not right about that lad. And he's got the demon books.
Yeah, but can we handle that maybe later today?
Stong, you okay?
No reply. Stong has heard what Rogar was talking to Ruan, and some possibilities entered his mind.
He's probably asleep, Ruan says.
You're probably right. He's probably getting some rest, which is probably a good thing. He probably needs a good long rest.
Yeah, that's what you told him to do, right?
Okay, we'll check on him when he gets up. All right.
Excellent.
I'll let Ruin pull me into the.
He's like,
to the bedroom.
I gotta strike while the iron's hot, Rogar.
Well, the iron's hot. Let's go.
Okay, back at the hills. Saorisen has run up amongst the cultists who all pulled out these wavy daggers and then start hacking at him with them. He's like, see, I was right. You were right. We were right.
Okay. Because he's terribly far ahead of me.
He's about 90 feet away from you, which means all the cultists are that way too. You could just watch him fight the cultists, or
we could try this Mystic Arcanum thing I just learned. Is that what this is? That's where we're going with this? Okay. All right. So, I'm not sure what the sort of story reason for her having this is. But she utters some sort of Fey Sylvan incantation. And draws on. See, this says lower planes or upper planes, and I'm gonna have to say we have to make this somehow like Feywild, like Dark Court,
sure,
Summer Court kind of thing. Or Hranuachu has this sort of like double aspect, this sort of cycle. So this is like the life and the death, maybe. Okay.
This seems like the death side will take the fire and poison immunity.
Fantastic.
And spectral wings.
Awesome.
So I can.
So you
try.
transform.
Yeah,
Excellent.
pretty cool. And
You want to give us
Get up
a
there.
full description of what your new dark, fey, angelic self looks like?
see what all the things that go with this. I feel like the spectral wings are gonna have to look kind of like crow-like if we're
Ooh.
going for this sort of hunter death vibe, scavenger kind of thing. And there's nothing here that sort of suggests any kind of aspect change, but I like that Fey presence kind of
Okay.
cold
So you
danger.
grow these powerful, mystical crow wings and start exuding that same
I have
fey
to see.
presence.
Look fairly terrifying.
Excellent. Well, the cultists have now taken note of you.
Better have.
Several of them are, dead from Saorisen chopping them down, but they start shouting in a language that sounds foreign to you. Like you haven't heard it before. But it seems vaguely familiar.
Okay. You make some kind of check or
Yeah, you can make an intelligence check. In the chat, Doug asked, are the wings blood red?
let's say at the tips they're blood red.
Okay.
They're black. Red tips.
Black wings
Do
with
that.
blood red tips.
Yeah.
Actually
Uh,
dripping blood? Or just the color?
It looks as though it might be, but that seems extremely messy and not great for flight speed, even though they're spectral.
Excellent.
So,
So they're
they
like
look
black.
like it.
So they're like black wings that were dipped in blood,
There we go.
just giving it that color. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice. All right. What'd you get on your check?
5?
5.
TNT
No.
Beyond is not being nice to me tonight.
Nope. You don't know. It just sounds vaguely familiar. Like you may have encountered it once before amongst your travels, but
It's not one of the ones I speak, I assume.
no.
Okay.
All right. So you take on this essence and aspect of Hiranawachu.
Yeah, and I call it my ex.
Yep. And you now look like some kind of fey avenging angel, which is
Pretty kick-ass.
terrifying for these cultists. Okay. You kind of half expect them to just run away in terror, but instead they stay fighting and they're shouting something in that language, the name of some sort of entity.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Can I understand that if I can understand that it's a name, can you tell me what the name is and I can see if I know it?
It sounds like a vaguely elven term that sounds like black goat.
Oh my god.
Well, that sounds terrible. Okie doke.
Yeah, you ain't got it.
Okay. Can I
Okay,
attack?
a couple of
or-
cultists are coming down the hill toward you,
Okay.
brandishing their knives. Go ahead and you can have another turn. Do you want to cast an attack spell?
Sure.
Okay, go for it.
Um,
Like the battle on the top of the hill is mostly just
This
kind of
is-
in the background, but like you could do actual mechanics.
okay. Sorry, I'm just checking the. You can tell I'm using a new thing from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
Mhm.
Okay. I can attack twice instead of once when I take the attack action on my turn. But it doesn't. If I already have an extra attack, I don't get to do that twice. So I would only attack twice with my axe. And I would only attack twice, I assume, with Eldritch Blast, or would I get to do?
Sorry, say that one more time. Quick set
So-
haze.
That's fine. It's it's complicated. I can do
Okay.
it another time. I can worry about about doing fancy stuff another time too. If this is like, it says you can attack twice instead of once. When you take the attack action on your turn, you ignore this benefit if you already have a feature like extra attack that lets you attack more than once. So I have an Eldritch Invocation that lets me attack twice with the axe.
With your
That wouldn't
packed
apply.
weapon.
Exactly.
So those kind of would do the
technically-
same thing.
Attacking with a spell.
Okay, so when you
Right.
cast a spell like Eldritch Blast,
Huh.
it involves an attack roll, but is not the attack action.
Okay, got it.
So if you cast Eldritch Blast, you're firing 3 blasts
It's
because you're
listed.
11th level.
It's listed under my attacks, Eldritch Blast. That's why
Right.
I assume.
Right.
So, but that doesn't count.
But
Only
mechanically speaking, no, Eldritch Blast
Get
is
it
not an
together.
attack.
Get it
It's a
together,
spell.
D&D. You should figure out ways to phrase this so it's not confusing.
Yeah,
Okay.
true. But we still love you, and you
That's
should give
right,
us
very much.
sponsorship and whatever, all the good stuff.
So, Eldritch Blast,
Okay.
is that what we're doing?
I guess so. I wanted to do something cool with my new weird spell that I triggered, but it doesn't seem to be anything. Okay, I will go ahead and Eldritch Blast them. How many are there?
There are 3 cultists coming down the hill at you.
How handy, because suddenly my Eldritch Blast feels a lot more powerful, and it seems like I could hit each of them.
Oh my
The
goodness.
theme.
Amazing.
Okay, so that one is 25. That one is another 25. That one is an 11.
Okay, the 225s hit.
Okay, so
11 does not.
that's
Get him, Aaron.
6
Mm.
and 15.
Okay. Yep, the cultist comes screaming down the hill, calling upon the power of the Black Goat to defend them and strike down their enemies. Okay.
This is
One of
interesting 'cause
them-
This is a concentration spell.
One of them gets close enough to come and try and stab you with the dagger, so here we
Okay.
go. Roll is a natural 1. So,
Nice.
That's handy. Arby's like, no, try harder so you can test this spell out.
something interesting happens. When he rolls a natural 1, your aspect, it flares up and one of your wings just kind of lashes him out of the way and he goes staggering aside.
Well, that's cool.
The next one, maybe startled by that, misses. And that third one hits an AC of 16. Does that hit you?
My AC is 16 with
Okay,
the spell
so
on.
he does hit you. For 7 points of damage.
Okay. And that's just normal, right?
Right, it's just normal damage. You would need to make a concentration save, though. So, constitution save.
Okay.
To keep your concentration spell going.
And I get advantage on that because,
Nice.
Because you have a feat that does that.
yeah. What do I roll for?
Oh, is it like
this?
Warcaster?
Yeah.
Yeah. Constitution save.
Thank
DC
you,
10.
Constitution. Suddenly that was like, no, it's concentration, not Constitution. And I got myself confused. Ugh. 14.
Yeah, no
That's
problem.
good.
Success. DC was 10, so. Okay. Starship hacks another one down. And he says, haha, I'm so glad you could tell they were evil cultists.
Artemy's like, do we know for sure? I think we know, but I don't know. So I think Tsetseliya was convinced enough. So
Okay, there are 3 cultists remaining at the top of the hill, and there are 3 still down by you. It is your
Okay.
turn.
okay. Well, I will I guess land close enough and try and chop them with my axe.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 20, 30, 20.
That hits.
Okay, and then the second one is a 23.
That also hits.
So 14 damage, and then another 14.
Okay. You took out one of the cultists.
Ow.
Hit him with your axe, and then dealt him the finishing blow. Chopped his face off.
I
Kind of
don't-
your standard.
I say it a lot. It's so gross when I think about it that I'm kind of like, no way. But sure.
It's like your Mortal Kombat finishing move.
Yeah, it's a signature.
Okay. The cultists get to go. So one of the cultists who's down fighting you invokes dark energy that goes into
Can I
his blade.
Counterspell him?
Yeah. You want to cast counterspell?
I do.
Okay.
Nice.
The dark energy dissipates. That doesn't work. Second one just tries to stab you again. AC 16 again.
Okay.
So another 7 points of damage. It's the same one. He stabbed you,
That
and then
guy.
he stabs you again. I got another
Ooh, I got an
concentration
8.
save, but did you
Oh.
roll with advantage?
I did. I rolled
Oh.
a 5 and then an 8. So
You don't
Oh.
have any modifiers?
no, I mean that was the end. I rolled a what was this? A 2? The total was a 5. So I rolled
Wow.
a 2 and then a 5.
Wow.
Really, this has been a real garbage tonight for my rolls.
Okay, so your aspect dissipates.
Well, look what opens up all these other wonderful concentration.
True enough.
Okay,
Way to
so
look at the
he
silver
hit
lining.
me.
Yep.
Then and there's 2 up top and there's 2 down here now.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I kind of want to go ahead and just take my my misty escape
Okay.
and bob up there.
You
And then
up
I
at
can
the top
cast
of the
back
hill?
down. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then it becomes your turn. You appear next to Sarshan. And he
Okay.
puts his back against yours, holding up his sword.
Okay. What do you guys think? I kind of want to cast Enemies Abound on those guys down there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is great. I have an extra spell slot and it's so exciting.
Yeah, warlocks are definitely like excited by new spell
All right.
slots.
I will. Ugh. Okay, Enemies Abound, or I took Shadow of Moyle, which could be kind of interesting, but they have to hit me. Voice in my head, what should I do?
What would Tsetseliya do?
No, that's not. If I wanted to just decide for myself, I wouldn't have asked you guys. Come on.
All right.
All right,
Enemies
fine.
abound. Let's go for
I'll
it.
do Enemies Abound.
You.
Okay.
They have to
Enemies
make a saving throw of 18 intelligence.
They have
Actually,
a -1 modifier to their intelligence. So all
hold up.
there are 2 of them down there.
I can only do it on one.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll,
you
I'll
got
pick the guy who keeps hitting me.
yeah, you got that one.
All right.
He's now seeing enemies everywhere.
Okay. So when he picks a target, he has to choose randomly.
Okay.
Within the range of whatever attack it's using.
Okay. Sure enough, it's their turn, and he stabs his friend.
Yay, it worked!
Yeah, I was gonna ask how you feel about that.
Yay, it worked.
Yeah.
It's exciting when spells work. This is invigorating.
Yes.
They may have
Oh.
knocked out my crazy wing thing, but
The other cultist goes, traitor to the black goat. And he goes, you're the traitor. And they just go down stabbing each other with their knives. Okay.
ooh,
All right.
you shouldn't be so suspicious.
One of the ones at the top of the hill takes a swing at you. Sarshan blocks that with his sword, so
Thank
it
you.
doesn't come close to you. Another one swings at you. You block it with your axe. He doesn't hit you either. Now that you're at the top of the hill, you realize that there are two cultists who are up here, and they're still chanting. One of them is bleeding, like blood is flowing across his head. There are the two cultists wrestling down at the bottom, stabbing each other, stab, right? And the goat carcass on the altar is starting
was a
to
calf.
kind of... okay, calf.
It's a goat now. You couldn't tell from a distance.
Yeah, it's some kind of animal. Is starting, well, at this point, it's starting to like bubble and warp and grow as though there's something inside it.
That's not good at all.
Yeah. Saorisen says, haha, new problem. Do you think you can do something about that, darling?
Well, I can reclaim a spell slot.
You could do that, yes.
Which seems like it's going to be a necessary thing. So I'll do that.
So I want to make a suggestion here.
Okay.
So we've been doing this thing with your axe being a great axe. That's a two-handed axe, right?
Yep.
And if you use your rod, that's a one-handed rod.
Yeah.
Right. So you can't have both out at the same time.
Okay.
But
Fair point.
if you just shrank your axe down to a battle axe, then you could have the axe and the rod at the same time.
That's fair.
Okay. And
But then I
mean,
have to go change my weapon. It's going to take forever.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, I mean, you can always change it as as the situation.
Can't I just
requires.
make it part of the thing? It feels like I should be able to do that. But
All right, we'll talk about that later.
come on, Percocet, Eric, give me the cool thing.
You want the shotgun axe, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So Saorisen is holding off the
Stuff about magic
cultists.
items.
Saorisen is holding off the cultists,
Mhm.
and there is the animal carcass starting to bubble up and like grow something inside it.
Okay. I'm gonna banish it.
Nice.
I don't know
Okay.
what it is.
What's the saving throw?
Charisma.
Charisma
18.
save. Okay. Okay.
It's gonna make it because it's actually a dark god or something, isn't it?
Roll the 3.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So you channel your energies. These, black veins of power come from your hands and wrap around the thing.
Yeah.
And you can feel this entity trying to push its way through the veil into your reality. And you push it right back. Well, actually, you redirect it into a different dimension.
I don't
And
send it back to its own dimension.
Well, all that force kind of like goes in it like passes around and then right back to where it came from.
Okay.
And then you're holding it.
Yeah.
And Saorisen says, aha. So how long are we done?
So just tiny thing. I can actually cast this on 2 things. So can I also hit one of the cultists and make them do a banishment roll?
Oh yeah.
Just, so it has a buddy.
Okay. Yeah, you hit one of the cultists and send that cultist to the same dimension
Okay.
where that creature promptly begins devouring it.
Oh, do I know
Cool.
that? Is that just like an
Oh,
image
yeah.
that pops in my head? Great.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we got a minute.
Saorisen says a minute.
A minute.
You need
And
to
I can
hold it there for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh.
Take out
Excellent.
the guy.
You see more. You see the cultists are like conjuring these shadowy creatures around, and Sarsion's like, "Aha, perfect." And then you start just fighting on the hill.
Weirdest date ever.
Best date ever. Sarsion says. Saving the world. All
Okay.
right. So later that day, okay, Tsetseliya and Saorisen come back to the town, covered in blood and black gore, and well, mostly Saorisen is covered in the gore. Tsetseliya, you got stabbed a couple times, but
Yep.
Saorisen, touched you and put healing magic into you and healed that wound.
For how
like
much?
before his own wounds. He's like, oh, you're hurt.
Wait,
Oh, this?
wait.
Oh, I didn't really need that arm.
No, you need your arms. Those
Yeah,
are
it's
very necessary.
probably true.
Lots of reasons. Okay, so if he's out, is that all his healing magic? So we need to go maybe hassle Rogar.
Yeah, he does still have a small wound that could be recuperated. He's like, no, really, I'm fine.
This is not. You don't have to be like we can fix this. This is a fixable thing. You don't have to be tough about it.
All right.
Are we going back to Dark Dance Manor?
I guess so. That's where everyone was, and that's where Rogar probably would be.
That's true.
The whole way back, Sarshin's talking excitedly about that fight. He's like, oh, wasn't it really cool that time when you chopped that guy's face off?
What was that thing, though?
I don't know, some kind of dark god from beyond, right? Do you know what dimension you vanished it to?
I have no idea, and I hope it does not know how to get back.
Right?
Like, you didn't see it. It was not a goat.
Well, it's a good thing we killed all those cultists, and I'm sure no one else from that cult is still surviving.
I love how like fantasy novel this is. Like, spotted a bunch of evil cultists who left their corpses on the hillside next to the altar. Someone will clean it up.
Yeah, that's somebody's job right there.
Yeah.
Job security.
That's true. There's probably like I almost want to believe that it's like an elected position in Westgate because it's just tons of graft and corruption.
Yeah, body collector. It's an elected position in Westgate.
I mean, they got to be someone you trust because they literally know where all the bodies are buried. So.
Right?
Nobody lasts in that position very long. And then traditionally the first duty of the new body collector is to collect the old body collector's body.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Meyer Doug, I was thinking the same. Meyer Doug said it was the town crier's brother. I was thinking something like, his much less beloved brother.
Oh.
Okay. So, you get back to Dark Dance Manor.
Is anybody here?
Yes. What do they find when they come back to the manor? Stong, what are you up to? Are you still there in the library?
Nope. So after Stong overheard Rogar's conversation, well, I guess it depends on you, Eric. Was Stong able to figure out the name of that noble?
Which noble?
The noble that the daughter is supposed to be married to.
I don't think
Oh.
they picked one.
Okay.
Oh.
Did you find the identity of the daughter? Is what you're asking.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Her name is Asha, and she is a elf maiden of 80 or 90 years or so. She is
Gonna like what
particularly
this is
fond
going.
of the purple lady.
Oh. Evil Star,
Okay.
don't.
Okay. Originally. Okay. So when I feel so guilty playing like these kind of characters, but I really commit to it. So, okay, I'm gonna take a different angle than I originally thought. So I think Stong is going to go down to the purple lady and try to find this girl first.
Okay.
Yasha, you said Asha?
Asha.
Asha.
Asha. Asha.
Okay. So he's going to try to find her first.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
That's a 20.
Okay. You do indeed find her. She is at the bar being served a glass of wine by Shay Darksong.
Hey, Shay.
Oh, hello, Stong. How's it going?
It's going
Did you
real
see-
good.
Did you see Ilra? She was going to the manor.
Yeah, I saw Ilra. She's spending some quality time with Mirren right now.
Oh, that's so good. I'm so
Yeah.
glad that you rescued her.
Yeah, maybe you should go visit them right
You know,
now.
that sounds like an excellent idea. I was letting them spend some quality time too, but yeah, my shift is almost over. I think I might do that. Are you going back there?
Oh, I feel like I should just hang out here a little longer. Who's your friend, Shay?
Oh, this is Asha. She's well, she's a regular. She says, "Oh yeah, I suppose that's true. I come to watch the dancing."
Oh, and then
She says, "I'm trying to get her to dance, but she claims to have no talent at it."
oh, I'm sure you dance wonderfully, but I
Make a charisma check, buddy.
oh no, oh no. I was fearing. Oh, I rolled a 20, so it's an 18.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got an 18 on my check with the
emo
-2
hair.
penalty.
Yeah, with a -2 penalty. Yes.
All right. She goes, "Oh, do you dance?"
He says, yes, why? I happen to dance wonderfully. Oh no, God,
What's
I'm so
happening?
awkward.
Oh
All
my
right.
god. Are you
I'm
gonna
having
are you
total
gonna
like
dance?
Spider-Man 3 Tobey
Yeah.
Oh
Maguire.
yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Sure.
I was actually thinking that too.
Are you gonna dance
Oh,
with this
man.
elf woman?
Yeah, and then in the middle of the dance, Stong is going to suddenly just like shove her onto a chair and then like twirl his like slat his hair downward and then like do like this one person kind of sensual, mostly awkward, really emo dance.
I'm gonna need you to make a performance check, please.
All right. But he's going to twirl around the room, jumping on tables. Oh, that's a 4.
You're not supposed to jump on tables anymore. They keep breaking.
Smashing tables, kicking over tankards.
Yeah.
You think you're nailing it.
I know I'm nailing it. I know I'm nailing it. And so at the end
You don't
of
know
this...
your own strength. You put a crater in the wall.
Oh man.
Yeah.
my God.
Oh god. And at the end of this,
Mhm.
he's going to like do this little like running slide where he ends up like right in front of her, like
Oh my
eye level to
God.
eye level. And he's gonna have his face like real close to her.
Make an acrobatics check.
Oh no. Oh wait, I'm good at this. Maybe. 29.
Oh,
I should have never danced. I should just do flips and shit.
Okay, your
Break dancing.
your dance has
Oh,
chased everyone off the dance floor, leaving it just you and her, and you slide. Sorry.
Yep.
Yep,
Like
you're there.
awkward distance.
Yep, you're awkwardly distanced. She's like,
So Stong's gonna look around and see that everybody else is left, and he's going to just smoothly stand up and then pull up a chair next to her and like lean back, on it, and he's gonna say, my plan worked. I wanted to have some quiet time to talk to you. I have a proposition that you might find very interesting.
yes.
Do you know that your dad is trying to marry you off?
My father?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I did know that.
Did you know that he's
What does that have to
hired-
do with you?
Well, he's hired one of my friends to look into it, or to make sure that you marry this individual.
Like an individual in particular?
My impression that it wasn't somebody that you particularly wanted to get married to.
I don't particularly want to get married. I mean, it seems like such a foolish notion.
I agree with you. So, if I help you keep your freedom, what would you give me?
What do you want?
Stong says, well, do you...
She's got
What?
these little like notes of color in her cheeks.
Stong's gonna like note that, but he's gonna say, do you stand to inherit anything? From your father, perhaps?
Well, I suppose the silver coronal and whatever arms and armor he hasn't sold yet. But I'm not really a smith. Are you a smith? You seem really strong, like really strong.
I'm quite strong. But I'm also... Oh. And then like in that moment, he sort of like stops for a moment. He's like, what the F am I doing? And then like it, he just like snaps back in and he says, I'm also quite interested in expanding my influence in Westgate.
Oh, I see.
Yes, and I'm thinking that what's a greater way to expand influence than through wealth? And so I need more money.
Oh.
And what is a better way to get some money than through some property and some goods, especially if they don't cost me
Tax
anything.
evasion.
Yeah, right. It's just a rule with loopholes.
No, you asked specifically like what's a better way than real estate and goods, and I said tax evasion.
You are a smart one, Asha.
Well, I do know about making money.
Do you now?
Yeah.
It's going to lead to Stong marrying a noble.
But of course, my father doesn't want anything to do with that. He wants to, make money the honest way.
But you don't want to do that.
Well, I don't really care. I just like the dancing.
You like dancing and you like making money?
I don't like making money. I'm just good at it.
I can help you get a life of freedom in dancing. And in return, you can help me make money, which is what you're so good at.
That seems reasonable. So, when are we getting married? And on that note...
Oh my goodness.
I think that's all the time we have
Oh
for
my
today.
god, I'm
Oh,
so
man.
uncomfortable with evil capitalist Stong. I'm like, no,
Me
go
too.
back so we can fix it.
No.
Sometime in the future.
It is a compelling thing to. It's a compelling question.
I think I'm gonna have to
Okay.
spell out what I'm offering this girl. A little why marriage?
No, I get it. I get
Oh,
it.
okay.
I'm just saying, like, she doesn't get it.
Oh, okay.
So,
Figure something out.
be a great comedy of errors here.
Yes.
All right, so that's
Oh
all
my
the time
God,
we have for
yes.
tonight. We have thank you for coming with us, audience, to watch this slightly smaller group of Westgate Irregulars going about their business. There was going to be like a Thanksgiving theme to this episode. I think it was going to be Rogar casting Heroes Feast for everyone.
Okay.
But we never really got around to that, so
We'll just close on after he.
That's the next fan art.
He
somebody
works out-
needs to
Yeah.
get together.
Right,
Plan,
Rogar
plan.
works up quite a appetite brewing, and he knows Tsetseliya and Saorisen are coming back, and Stong will be coming back, and hopefully Sturge will be coming back. So he's like, I'd like to do something nice for my friends, like, because everybody's out. So he's gonna run around and like prepare a hero's feast for everybody. So when they come back, it's gonna be huzzah!
So yeah, Tsetseliya and Saorisen come back, and Sarsen's all excited about this, this adventure that they were on. And Stong comes back, and Stong is oddly thoughtful. Like, it's not usually his forte.
I'm gonna message you some questions, Eric, and depending on how this is answered, I think there'll be some interesting turns
Excellent.
next episode.
Sturge comes back, and he's obviously scheming something.
Mhm.
Mm.
Artemisia wanders out of one of the guest rooms, looking a little hungover and shell-shocked. And then everybody's back together.
And giving thanks for our wonderful friendships and not having someone in our party who would undermine us and
Never.
betray us and be
No.
dark and evil. That's a wonderful thing on this happy day.
Stong smiles. He says, "Yes, I agree."
Nerd smiles and says, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
Saorisen says, huzzah.
No.
And Ruin is looking at Rogar like, really, dude?
I know. I think it was Sonderjack also said that Scaresair might be really into this new song, Stong. So yeah, like
I was
if she
going to have
shows up.
Scaresair show up again, but it was going in a good place. So that will
Yeah,
help.
totally. Yeah, no.
So,
Oh,
thank
all
you
right.
for watching.
Steven and Rhiannon are going
Yay.
to come back and be like, what did you
Yeah.
do?
Yeah, what the PG-13 happened here?
Thank you for watching. I have been Eric Scott to be the DM of this campaign. These are 3 of the 5 dungeon scrawlers. Take it away, Aaron.
I am Aaron M. Evans. Check out our sponsors, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms at idlechampions.com. Is anybody doing Rhiannon's part? We say thank you to our mods. I saw Shay and Seldarine and Meyer Doug. Did I miss anybody else? Is that it?
I think that was
They're
it.
awesome.
Hey, I'm Yang Yang Wang. Please support charity. Oh my god. If you really care about any of us at all, you will
That's
go
right.
down there. I don't know. Maybe I gotta, I don't know. It's really hard to like stick with this new personality. I feel so guilty. But we have a lot of great charities that, we support. We still have our Extra Life linked below currently. We are exploring new ones. We're still in the process of picking one out. But in the meantime, go check out the work that Children's Miracle Network Hospitals is doing, and please consider supporting them.
Yeah, thank you all. Check out our YouTube channel and subscribe. Thank you so much for all the bits and the subscriptions. Thanks. Who was it that gave us the
That's
Oh, Jazzy Dizzle.
Oh yeah, Jazzy Dizzle. Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
Jazzy.
And everyone who subscribed and gave us bits. We do it for the love, but it helps pay for all of the fun expenses of doing this kind of thing. Yeah. So like our fabulous music that we had. Anyway,
Wow, the great emotes.
Yeah, we're still
Yeah,
working on getting the music and stuff to work. So thank you
we'll
for
work on it.
bearing with us as we did all this testing,
cool.
and we will continue to perfect it.
Yeah. And check out our website where you can find profiles on the players, characters, recaps of all the past episodes by Shay Darksong herself, and lots of great bonus material. And other than that, thank you all so much. Have a great holiday if you celebrate it, and if not, have a great week. And stay
out-
scrawly.
Don't forget to check
Happy
out
holidays.
the Discord.
Check out. Come on, hop on the Discord.
And be safe, everyone.
Champions of Lore is on Mondays.
Oh, that's right. I have another show.
Champions of Lore on Monday.
And okay, goodbye.
Okay. Bye.
Take care.